Hi everyone, this is Clint from Persuasive Evangelism, and today we're going to go over the Kalam Cosmological Argument. I've heard about this off and on some of the YouTube channels I listen to about Christian teachers mentioning it, apologetics and so on, but I never understood it because I'd hear bits and pieces or they'd go over it, but I started really starting to get it when I started listening to Frank Turek. He's a Christian apologetics teacher. He goes around campuses and talks about the evidence for God and answering tough questions. His YouTube channel is Cross-Examined, and his presentation is actually pretty entertaining and informative that he does. You can see him online at different universities on YouTube, but I like at the end of each presentation, he has a long question and answer with the audience. So, all different types of people ask questions: atheists, Christians, maybe people from other religions and so on. So it's really informative. But he talks about this, so I kind of understand about what it's about now. The Kalam Cosmological Argument was brought up in the 1970s by William Lane Craig. He's one of the top Christian apologetics teachers. He talks a lot about he talks a lot about this, and it's really spread to a lot of Christian teachers teaching about this. It's an interesting argument, but it goes back farther than that. I just recently read C.S. Lewis's Mere Christianity. In the first couple chapters, he talks about evidence, like logic evidence for a creator, and some of the themes he talks about are similar to the Kalam Cosmological Argument, and some of this even goes back to some Islam teachers, and then all the way back to ancient Greek, some of the philosophers. So I'm right now at Willow Grove near Longview. Here's the Columbia River. So if you're hearing the waves, but so let's get started on what this actually is. Okay, so there's whole books written on this, but we're just going to go over the very basics and different iterations and so on. So basically, the Kalam Cosmological Argument says, number one, whatever begins to exist has a cause. Number two, the universe began to exist. So three, therefore the universe has a cause. So for many, through a lot of history, even starting with the ancient Greeks and even up to recent times, a lot of scientists and people believed that the universe didn't have a beginning, that it was eternal. But then in the 1920s, with the discovery of I believe it's the redshift light, and they saw that there was a beginning and how the universe is spreading out, and then they came up with the Big Bang Theory, which became really popular in the 1960s, and basically scientists now say that the universe has a beginning and it started with the Big Bang. Before that was nothing, and then the Big Bang started time, space, and matter. So I think they say that's happened about 13 billion years ago. So this theory says, since the universe began to exist, therefore the universe has a cause. So what is that cause? So you'll see down below here the cause, and then here's the Big Bang, and then all of the universe was created. In the universe there's time, space, and matter. So this theory says that there was a cause. So then we have to figure out what that cause is. So then the next step of this theory is, I can get to the next page. So what is the cause of the universe? So this says, so time, space, and matter started at the beginning of the universe. So whatever the cause is, it's outside of time. So it's timeless, eternal. Number 2, it's outside of matter. So it's non-material, you could say spirit. Number 3, it's outside of space, spaceless. 4, it's obviously very powerful. And then 5, personal. It chose to create the universe, but it's personal to us because it chose to create a universe where we can exist. And that goes into the fine-tuning argument where there's all the universe is exactly set where we can exist. For instance, if the universe was expanding just a little faster, life couldn't exist, or if a little slower, life could exist. So on where the Earth is, from the sun and all this. I want to go over that in another, the fine-tuning argument in another video. But so what we get is this cause of the universe is eternal, spirit, outside of matter, spaceless, powerful, and personal. So that just gives evidence in what is that being, and that's God. So this gives evidence of a creator God, a personal God. And then from this argument, not necessarily the Christian God, there you have to add more arguments to it, but this does describe the God of the Bible. He's eternal, he's outside of creation. The universe started, but he didn't. He's eternal, he's spirit, he's spaceless, he's powerful and personal. So that's the basic Kalam Cosmological Argument. But if you want more information, I would look up books by William Lane Craig or Frank Turk, and there's a lot of other ones too. You can see videos too on YouTube for it. But that's all I had for that. So I'm here on a Sunday at the beach, and it's not raining, which is good. So take care, everyone. God bless.